Hi, it's Charlie giving you Tuesdays/Wednesdays video. I hope you're very well. And today's video is titled Why I Use Simple Moving Averages in my trading. A lot of traders like to use exponentials. And again, like with any indicator or anything you use, what's most important is you as a trader are comfortable and are happy with whatever it is you use. I think that's always the caveat when it comes to trading. But I'm going to explain why I use simples, because I want my moving averages to lag. People say, oh, why do you use moving averages? They're lagging. Anyone who says that doesn't understand the point of moving averages, because you're right in a way that if you're using moving averages as things like crossovers, then yes, absolutely they are lagging. And moving averages, by their very definition, they are averages of price, so they need price to have done something in order for them to in order for them to move. But yeah, they're really a very very useful tool, because they're great for things like mean reversion. Moving averages are an average of price, as I've already said. So people forget that. They just moving averages comes off your lips. Oh, it's a lagging indicator, I'm not going to use that. But they are an average of price. Their price is average price. So if you've got price which has been going up in a run, and its average price is down here, then you know what the average price is. Market is so often likes to retrace to the mean, so to speak, to its average price. So, and that's why moving averages are so commonly used all around the world. Probably still one of the most common indicators there is, because a lot of traders do like them for that. Now, so why not use an exponential? Why not use an exponential? Because an exponential, by its very nature, if you've got price which is moving and then rolls over a bit, the thing with an exponential moving average is it will move quite quickly with price, because it's weighted towards the most recent price action. So why would I not want that? Well, let me give you an example. So this is a classic example of what I do here. So if you've got price that's been going up and then it does a pullback, let's say it does a pullback. So let's say here, sometimes, what if you've got an exponential moving average? I've already said that exponential moving average will start curling over with price. But with a simple, not all the time, of course, but when it happens, it's really useful information. Sometimes with a simple, the simple might still be facing upwards, and I want that. I want to know if that's the case, because if the simple moving average is still facing upwards and price has gone below it, then you'll be amazed the amount of times that price actually, it tells me that price is probably going to bounce and bounce back up towards that moving average itself again. So put that back up like that. There we go. So if price has done a pullback and we've pulled back into some form of support zone, and that moving average, usually my 20 or 50 is what I would use for something like this, the 20 period moving average or the 50. So if the 20 or 50 is still facing upwards, but the price has gone down lower, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to take a trade based on it, but I could do if it's come down into support zone, and I will do occasionally. That is a valid sort of trade setup that I will take. But it's not necessary. Trading isn't always about the act of taking new trades. Sometimes within your trading, it's good as an observational tool, that you might be, for argument's sake, you might be watching the price action overall, and maybe you're waiting for something else to happen. But it might give you that heads up that, right, we've come down, but that moving average is still facing upwards. Price might want to still bounce up again yet. Maybe you're looking ultimately for a short, but you can see that it's been coming down. The moving average is facing up. Okay, well, I'm still waiting there for this maybe to roll back over again once it's done that. It could be any reason. So it doesn't always have to be a trading setup. It can just give you useful information. And so Let's go through just one or two examples here. I've got one here actually on the 4 hour chart of the euro. This, I'm recording this on Tuesday. This is euro dollar 4 hour chart. It's a classic type of example where, look, price came down to the 50 period moving average down here and into these prior highs here. And that 20 was still facing up. I mean, this is a really tight one. It happened very, very quickly. But it's a classic example of that type of thing that goes on. That was just on that 4 hour chart, and that's just happened in this past week. I think I just spotted one on the hourly chart here as well, where price, again, this is quite a tight one here, but anyway, just trying to give you the visuals there, where prices come below the key moving average. There might not be any support here. Doesn't look like there probably was, but anyways, just for the visual of the actual pattern with regards to moving average, you see prices overshot the moving average. If the moving average is still facing up, then quite often, providing there's a support zone, then that could provide a trading opportunity. And right the way out to the daily chart, in fact, and this literally just happened in the last couple of days, whereby you can see that the euro dollar had got the other side of the 20 period moving average over here, and then price has come back down to test that moving average, because the moving average was still sloping downwards. So just a couple of examples there. Again, you need to have some form of support or resistance if you were looking to actually go and trade it. And like I said, it's not always about necessarily trading it. It just gives you that heads up. Right, look what price is doing over here. That moving average is still sloping down. This may still want to come lower in the near term. So that can still be a useful analytical tool for you. There you go. That's enough for today's video. Hope you that was of use to you. If not, chuck it in the bin. But for some of you, that should be quite useful. If it's useful for me, it should be useful for some of you as well. Take care for now. I'll see you at the weekend.